back to the channel. My name is John, and today we have a fun project ahead of us. So I have a friend who brought by these two sewing machines, and as you can see, they have old tops on them. And he wants me to make him some new ones that are a little more sleek, just flat tabletops to replace these tops here. So we're gonna get into that today. But yeah, take those off. Maybe I can reuse them somewhere else. So now that the old tops are off, I go to the wood pile here. This is all red oak, and I'm selecting pieces based on three things, of course: the thickness, the length, as well as the width. So for this project, the width isn't crucial. I can use smaller pieces. And then the length, of course, I'm going to oversize it, and then we're eventually going to cut it down. So I'm looking for shorter pieces here. So once I find the right piece I want, you can see I go to the miter saw and cross cut them to rough length, just to get close for the next steps. So here's a draft of what it could look like. There's 20 inches final dimensions, so you can see I got extra 24. And width here we're at 24, so basically I made a square, but of course we got to trim edges off. So as always with rough cut lumber, the first step is to use the jointer to get one face of the piece flat. And then of course step two is to flip it over, so we're referencing on the bottom here the flat plane that we made with the jointer. And then we're using the planer to make the top surface parallel with the bottom surface. So now that the faces are flat, go back to the jointer and I put the face, pick either face, it doesn't matter at this point, put that up against the fence, and then I use the jointer to straighten the edge, one edge at a time here. So you see I do one edge on the jointer. And then once we're done with the one edge, I put that edge against the fence of the table saw and then make a cut. And what that does is gets both edges straight, and then it also sets the width for the glue up. Maybe a sort of a preview of what the top's going to look like when all is said and done. The show face up just to look at things. You can see the joints are real tight, which is good. Yeah, of course not perfect, but real good. If we want to get them better, probably trim the ends a little bit. Kind of like the look of that one. Oh, what do you think? Not bad. I think that looks pretty good. Don't like that as is. And plenty, so we're going to eventually go to 17 and 20. Plenty of space to work with, which is good. That doesn't look too bad, I don't think. I'll go ahead and get that glued up. Nice. That looks good. There you go, look at that. Neato. So I'm gonna let my friend handle the final sand, and they're gonna do the finish. But get you a look at it. Pretty stable, actually. I'm kind of surprised. This base was definitely wobbling. All right, so now it's time for a before and after. So here you can see the before. These tops were certainly worn. And there's the after before finishing. So actually had my friend take care of the finishing. They did a really good job finishing it. They actually oiled the base as well. You can see the bases look much cleaner than when I had them. But yeah, overall it was a really good project, a fairly quick project. You didn't see me do the second table, but you know that process was the exact same, just a larger top there. So thanks for joining me here, and feel free to like or subscribe, ask any questions below here, and we'll see you in the next video.